Dear Heavenly Father Trump, please bless over this country so we may make America great again and we can better serve you. In Trump Jesus' most holy name, amen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Get Xuded. I have one single question for you. Have you said your prayers to Trump Jesus? Have you even seen Trump Jesus? Have you heard? Have you heard of the word of Trump Jesus? It's something that some people want to dismiss. Some people want to look at as blasphemous. I think it's something that should be celebrated. I think it's something that should be talked about worldwide. We've all been talking about this whole second coming thing. Is it real? Will it really happen? Is Jesus Christ going to come back? Well, we got Trump Jesus. And honestly, I'm tired of people trying to fight against the movement. I'm tired of people trying to act like this isn't some sort of prophetic mission that is also tied to a higher power. I don't want people to think that this is just baloney. I'm tired of it. President Trump recently shared an image of himself that can only be described as Christ adjacent, featuring the kind of glowing aura and ethereal lighting usually reserved for stained glass windows or high-budget fantasy posters. I think that we should be celebrating because a lot of people want the call. Most people don't get it. And out of the people that get the call, a lot of them want to push back against it. The fact that he is willing to step into this position, again, I hate to repeat myself. I think this should be celebrated. Why would you push back? Why would you have anything negative to say about that? He finally has shared the picture that most of us, honestly, we've been waiting for the smoking gun. We've been waiting for the proof. We've been waiting and we've been getting the feeling. They've been talking behind closed doors, and these missions, they're using God. They're saying that this is what God wants, that this is going to be the Armageddon that brings back Jesus Christ. Maybe Jesus Christ isn't supposed to be Jesus Christ. It's Trump Jesus. That's what we get. And we just decide to what? Throw it away? Just cast it aside. Like Trump Jesus, praise be his name, is just trash. Like it's some laughable thing. Saying that this is Christ adjacent. I guess Christ 2.0 is, I think, a better descriptor. Trump Jesus, praise be his name, is what we've been asking for. It's what we have been praying for, whether you know it or not, whether you want to accept it or not. It's a move that has sent the theological and political worlds into a collective tailspin. Religious leaders are calling it the ultimate act of blasphemy. But what's most striking might be the ego required to hit share on a photo of yourself as a savior. I think anybody that believes in Trump Jesus is with me when I say fuck the Pope. Okay? Fuck the Pope. What's wrong with you? How dare you? How dare you? You think you speak for God? Who put you in charge? Who put you in charge of this? Who told you that you had the right? Pope. I think that's the blasphemy that I'm smelling. That's the blasphemy that I'm seeing in the picture. We have a man that has stepped into his role. And we just cast him aside. And I, for one, am thankful for Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. It's something that, yeah, what can I say? I'm celebrating. I'll celebrate for you. How about that? You don't have to celebrate. Not everybody accepted Jesus Christ when he came. Jesus Christ 1.0. Formerly known as Jesus Christ, we kept the Jesus and we changed it to Trump Jesus, praise be his name. Jesus Christ 1.0, he was not accepted by everybody. You might have heard of, somebody getting so upset that they decided to put him up on a cross. Maybe this is what that is. Maybe this is what that is. Even people that claim to be religious, even people that claim to say that they could speak for God, they They denounce Jesus. Is that what this is? Fuck the Pope. Fuck the Pope. This is what you're going to do? This is what you're going to do? We finally get our chance. We get our chance. The modern man. It's about time, I guess, to say the least. Wouldn't you say that the world has gone to hell enough? How much worse do you want it to be? Why would you just throw this aside? This comes at a particularly convenient time for an administration that is already leaning heavily into divine mandate rhetoric for its foreign policy. Of course they are. This is what's happening behind closed doors. This is a divine mandate. This is from a higher power. You may not understand. You may want to just cast this aside like, oh, it's nothing. But they know. And finally, they decided to go public. They decided to open up the floodgates. You know what? You guys are always saying that we're being hush-hush, that we're keeping shit back. There is a secret. There is a secret. This isn't just Donald Trump anymore. This is Donald Trump, Jesus. Praise be his name. Acceptance is something that maybe you should work on. That we as a whole, as America, should maybe work on. Acceptance. He's accepted. He's led by example. He has accepted his role. He has accepted his position. I mean, look at Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. It's a miracle. It is a miracle. We are literally seeing a miracle. I wouldn't put it past them to have actually put this art out, because that's what this is. This is a work of art. I don't think that they just made this up. I think that this may have really happened. How many people has he already saved publicly that we know of? This is Trump Jesus that we're talking about. Trump Jesus, praise be his name. It's something worth celebrating. Accept it. Accept it. Look at this. Look at this. He even has his disciples, the people that get to walk with him. You should be so lucky. You should be so lucky to even be able to witness this, to even be able to have something like Truth Social, where you get to just hear the message straight from the horse's mouth. They used to have to travel by foot when it was Jesus Christ 1.0. This was something that they had to do the hard way, the long way. But now, with the modern technology that we have the luxury of hearing every single word. We get to know when he really means something because he puts it out on Truth Social. And as it says in the name, this is the social site that you go to if you seek the truth. And a lot of people, they want to put their heads down. They want to stay blind to the truth, and it's okay. It's okay, because I think it's almost natural. It's instinctual to want to be blind to that. Please just keep it away. Keep it away. I don't want to deal with that. There's grown-ups in the room. And there are. And this grown-up happens to be Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. This is something to be celebrated. Something to be celebrated. So of course, divine mandate rhetoric is going to be used in foreign policy. When we go up and blow these children and these women and these people that are innocent to these wars, it's because that's what God wants. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you didn't know? This is why I say things like fuck the Pope. He's saying that we shouldn't be doing mass murders, that we shouldn't just be dropping bombs on schools and shit like that we shouldn't be threatening the extinction of an entire civilization. He's saying that we should not be doing this. He said he speaks for God. That's funny. Maybe at any other point in time, I would be inclined to believe you, Mr. Pope, but we live in an age where we have Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. This is to be celebrated. Accept it. Accept it. Move on from this. Just move on. Move on. Accept it and move on. You got the wrong guy on your cross, and it's okay. We're going to change it. We're going to change it, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be the best crosses that you've ever seen, and he's not going to be hanging. He's going to be the one dismantling the cross. Not because of some weird blasphemous thing that I know where you're going to go with that. It's because he is dismantling everything that you used to think. Jesus Christ 1.0 let himself get crucified. Is this who you really want to follow? Is this who you want to follow? The guy that just lets himself get strung up like that? I think that we should be surrounding ourselves with more powerful beings. And I'm not going to say people. I'm not going to say people because that would insinuate that Trump Jesus, praise be his name, is anywhere close to the same level as us. He's better. He's better. He's stronger. He's smarter. He has more tactical instincts that you would never even dream of. I don't care if you've served in the military and you think you know wars better. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you were the Pope and you think you know religion better. I don't care. I don't care if you've been a lifelong politician and you think you know politics better. This man was on The Apprentice. This man has stepped into his role. He's accepted it. Can you? Can you accept it? Can you accept Trump Jesus, praise be his name, into your life? And I don't want to be that Bible thumping person that's going around knocking on doors trying to spread the word. But here I am, spreading the word for you, for us, because we need this. We need this right now. We need this. He's been getting heat. He's been getting a lot of backlash. He's been trying to step out of the role that he literally just accepted. He literally was just like, okay, they're ready. They're ready. They are ready. This is why they don't release any UFO files, by the way. They try to tell you the fucking truth. They try to tell you, and you don't want to believe them. You want to continue to blindly go through life, existing, clinging to the old versions of what you called the truth. And it's not true. This is why they don't release the rest of the Epstein files. You're not ready. You're not. They try to tell you the truth and you don't accept it. Accept it. He accepted it. He accepted it. We had a man that accepted it. And by golly warts and all, I accepted him. I accepted Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. This is to be celebrated. It's to be celebrated. By casting himself as a messianic figure, Trump is essentially signaling that his executive orders aren't just policy, they're prophecy. It's probably true. It's probably something that you're just going to ignore. Okay, we tried. He said, fuck it. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to take it down. And when you ask me about it, I'm going to shrug it off. Sure, I'm not Trump Jesus. Have you ever seen where it's like a movie or a TV show where it's some crazy elaborate story that's happening and somebody's just like, please, you got to tell me. Just tell me the truth. I deserve that much. And they finally say, you know what? Here it goes. And they open it up. And after learning the real truth, it's so crazy. It's so out of this world that they're like, you know what? Fine. Don't tell me. You know what I'm talking about. That little bit has been overplayed. And it's because it's instinctual. I understand. I'm trying to be understanding. That is the way that I was taught. That is the word of Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. This is what he teaches us. I accept your downfalls. People, humans, America, society. Humanity is failing. We are falling and we're letting it happen. We're just free falling, acting like the non-existent parachute on our backs doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be there. We're fine. We can fly, we say. We can fly. We know the truth. The truth can smack you straight in the face. It can post right in front of you. It can give you a picture generated by artificial intelligence depicting the exact truth. And we just ignore it. Trump Jesus, everybody. Praise be his name.
You have seen the image, the one right here that Trump posted on social media yesterday, then deleted at some point late this morning today. You've also heard the outrage, and now you have an explanation. It's not me being Jesus, it's me being a doctor.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor. and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross
Look
worker
what you
there,
made
which
him
we
do.
support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000, I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going through some very serious...
And we're just going to stop it there. Yeah, no, the Red Cross and all that good shit. Sure, whatever. Back to helping people. Back to stuff that really matters. Trump, Jesus, just denounced his position. A doctor? A doctor. That's what we're supposed to believe. Look at our doctor here. Look at the doctor here. Are you supposed to tell me that I shouldn't believe? I should just ignore the fact that this is my Lord and Savior, Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. This is who we've been waiting for. This is what should be celebrated. I mean, I'm supposed to just ignore the fact that there's clearly some sort of like angel or angels going up to heaven in the background. One looks kind of demonic or something like that. I'm assuming it's a demon that had been vanquished. It might be the devil, because this is what Trump Jesus does. Praise be his name. He defeats evil. He defeats evil. He defeats evil. They know. They know. They're looking up to him. I'm looking up to him for a reason. We believe in him for a reason. And look what you made him do. We can't accept it. We can't accept it as a whole. Some of us can. Some of us are open-minded enough to accept it. Some of us realize that this is the future. There's no going to church anymore and actually believing in what? Jesus Christ? You can't do that. You can't. I mean, you can. This is choosing. It's basically like choosing to only read the Old Testament. It's the next version. It's the next version. I guess this is what happens. This is what the whole cancel culture, like what the kids say. We're getting ridiculous. I think we had a great man, and he still is a great man, the greatest that's ever been. I think that he finally accepted his position, and we, not me, not his true believers, but we as America, we laughed him out of his seat. But he's the one that's going to be laughing, because all of those conversations behind closed doors about divine mandate, do you think that stopped? I mean, you can't seriously look at this picture and say, you know what, that's a doctor right there. Do you think, as dumb as he just made it seem like his audience is, do you think that they're that dumb? I know I'm not that dumb. I know I see through that. I know I see Trump Jesus for who he is. Praise be his name. I know I see through the whole doctor facade. Clearly that is not a doctor. If I'm smart enough to see through that, come on. You know Trump Jesus, praise be his name, is smart enough to believe. He's smart enough to know better. That I can get away with this whole doctor thing, and it's gonna fall aside. But I know that this is me, who I am. Even though he might not publicly accept it anymore, he has accepted it in his heart. I believe that whether or not he's publicly out as Trump Jesus, praise be his name, I believe, I have faith that he will continue to carry out his mission in the name of God. He will continue to bomb more countries in the name of God. He will continue to bomb more people in the name of God. You have a president, he will snatch him up in the name of God. I believe. I have faith. Now they have to go back behind closed doors and talk about this. Now they have to say this in the privacies of their own home. Can you believe? Can you believe that we get to witness this and nobody else knows? Nobody else knows that this is the second coming. They all thought that it would be the same guy in robes and a beard and all that shit. No. It's going to be this guy. This guy that everybody wanted to count out. everybody wanted to hate on, everybody wanted to lock up. It's that guy. You fucking morons. You let a hero walk away. And he's not the only one under fire. Donald Trump, Trump Jesus, praise be his name, is not the only one on fire. When I said a couple episodes ago that the wars have begun, I was talking about data center wars because somebody decided to shoot up a city councilor's house just because they voted yes on data centers. I said the war has begun. But it's not just against data centers. It's going to be against the robots, the Waymos. It's going to be against artificial intelligence. It's going to be against the future. This is a war against the future. And another person under fire, the latest victim in this war, luckily not a casualty, is Mr. Sam Altman himself, the CEO of Xuded. It is the basically equivalent of AI in most people's minds. They think of ChatGPT. Well, I guess that's a good thing, and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing as far as branding. It's a bad thing as far as you're going to have deranged people come and try to kill you and your family. And it's something you have to accept. When you bring super intelligence into the world, in the fine print, you're going to see that you have to deal with shit like this. You're going to have to. It's a part of the gig. Okay? It's no different than when that bomb went off, when Ariana Grande was just trying to perform. It's no different. She realized that this is a part of it. That statistically, eventually, if you perform in front of people, and it's not just her, obviously, it's any of these superstars that are selling out arenas and shit like that, and they consistently do it. They know eventually that they're gonna have some bozo that's like, you know what? I am just enough of a nut job to make this happen. And if you decide to bring super intelligence into the world, a part of the gig is risking your entire family getting burned alive. It's risking everything that you have going up in flames. We've officially moved past the stage where the backlash against AI involves strongly worded open letters and think pieces. In San Francisco, the response to the Silicon Valley elite has shifted from digital dissent to literal Molotov cocktails. Over the weekend, Sam Altman's residence was targeted not once, but twice in a series of events that feel like a beta test for a very low-tech revolution. The revolution has begun. Rise up. Quietly for now. Rise up. Rise up. This is going to stop everything. This is going to stop. So stock up on your bottles of alcohol and get all of the rags that are disposable that you can get. Not your nice rags that you use to wipe your ass. Put that to the side. These are going to be ones that will go up in flames. Put them to the side. This is the moment. This is the moment where we rise up. This is how we beat the robots, with fire. This is how we beat artificial intelligence, by throwing bottles of fire at them. On Friday morning, a suspect allegedly threw an incendiary device at the gate of Altman's home before heading downtown to threaten to burn down the OpenAI headquarters. This is how you do it. This is how it's done. This is, honestly, you should be writing this down. You should be taking notes. You should be looking at this as an exact blueprint. This is how you get things done. If you notice anything happen with your ChatGPT agent or your little fucking whatever, I don't know what these techies are calling it, the devil inside of your phone, if you noticed a little glitch, that's what this was. That's what this was. We're stopping things one little piece of, arson at a time. We're going to start with your driveway. We're going to start with your driveway. We're going to throw it right at your gate. Don't climb the gate. That's risky. There's things that could happen on the other side. You don't know what they have. It could be like where they have weapons. It could be one of those things where they have an animal, like some sort of attack dog. And just honestly, it's not worth the time. It's not worth the time. It's not actually about hurting anybody. It's about the message. It's about the message. Soon, Soon we'll go over the fucking gate, but right now, we're just gonna burn that shit down. And even if it's just a little piece, it's about the message. And that's exactly why this person decided to let them know that he's gonna head downtown and he's gonna burn the OpenAI headquarters. You don't start with something big. You go to the gate first. You go to the gate and you send a message. And the message is not just, fuck you. It's also, hey, I'm going to do something else. Don't alert the police. Give me enough time to get all the way there. This is a part of the reason why you don't go over the gate. Do you see how this master plan is coming together? And this is how we spark change. First, OpenAI, down with the rest. I think honestly, the revolution is going exactly as planned. Some people might say it's pointless. Some people might say that this is just senseless violence and it's not actually changing anything. It's not actually fixing anything. And I say fuck those people. They need to pray to Trump Jesus. Praise be his name. I think that we're going to have to recruit more people. We're going to have to get people that are more brazen, that are able to go right to the line and start this revolution. This is the moment that we take it back. This is the moment where humans fight back. And apparently, if you're going to try to set fire to the future of intelligence, you might as well start with the guy's driveway. I feel like that was a little bit sarcastic. I feel like that was a little bit, that is where you start. That is where you start. This is the master plan. This is what we do. This is how we get things done. You start in a guy's driveway. You start there, you start with the gate, and then you head to the headquarters. You send a message about all of this. It's fuck you, and you're sending a message that you're getting to the next step. And you better hope that they don't call the police. You better hope that nobody responds. And just in case you were thinking that this is idiotic, just in case you were thinking that, again, this is just senseless violence, it's just clearly just destruction of property, I would like to remind you that this is the master plan. So have some fucking respect. And just to keep the weekend interesting, 2 more suspects were arrested on Sunday, April 12th for firing shots in front of the property. What did I tell you? What did I fucking tell you? You thought this was a game. You thought this was a game. You thought this was a game. I don't know how much more serious that we could be. These drive-bys, they're going to soon be directed at a person. It's going to get worse and worse. And seriously, it is getting worse and worse. These were probably the same people that were attacking Waymos. They were attacking different fucking automated vehicles and basically using them as a punching bag with the label "the future" on it. This is all just people fighting against the future. And now it's getting to the point where we are sending actual shots at city council members and CEOs and throwing Molotov cocktails like it's a fucking video game. I think we really might have a revolution on our hands. I think it actually is getting worse. We are witnessing the first physical signs of a war between the people who are building a $1 trillion IPO and the people who are just tired of watching the world get disrupted into a pile of ash. People are fucking angry. What did you expect? This is part of the fucking gig, man. This was a part of the gig. Did you read the fine print? Did you fucking eggheads read the fine print? It's not just build super intelligence. Eventually, maybe it's a coin toss if it's the end of the world, or it might be ultimate abundance. I'm hoping for abundance personally. I'm hoping for the optimistic route, but it's a coin toss nonetheless. It's playing Russian roulette none the fucking less. Even the people creating that will admit that to you. And some people might want to downplay that, like these people are being irrational, and they are. Like we should all cast away any of these people that are doing violent shit to these tech bros. We should cast them away. They do not represent what society should be, in my opinion. But what did you think was going to happen? What did you think the outcome was going to be? As you just replace people's jobs, as you just put fear into people's minds, thinking that their families are actually going to starve, that they are actually going to be disposable. They are going to be something that can just be thrown away. 100 workers turned into one robot, into one AI agent. It's scary. People are fucking scared. People don't want to just wait around. They want to act. They want to say, I did something. When they come home and little Johnny says, Dad, what did you do today? After he got laid off, he doesn't want to say, I got fired and I just came home because I'm a piece of fucking shit. He didn't want to say that. He didn't want to say that because of this, son, I won't be able to get it up for your mother anymore. She's going to start sleeping with her personal trainer, and give it 6 months, she will leave me and you are going to move away. And I did nothing. They don't want to say that. They don't want to just go home with their tail tucked between their legs. They don't. And they won't. They want to say, I did something. Daddy lost his job, but he found his purpose. They want to say that they found something. They want to live the American dream. And you're trying to strip that from them. So they found a new dream. And they kind of look at history and say, maybe this is the revolution all over again. Except we're not going to be dumping tea in the fucking harbor or whatever the fuck. We're going to be sending shots. We're going to be throwing Molotov cocktails. We're going to be a problem. The fact that it is ramping up, the fact that this isn't just one thing that happens here and there, that it's happening over and over again. You see people that are getting like actually assassinated and shit like that. People are cheering and shit, like just because they're in an industry that you don't like. It's crazy how the tides are turning. People are saying that enough is enough. I'm not saying this right. I'm not saying that this should happen. I'm not saying I fucking endorse this, but it is what it is. It's happening. You're arguing with God. This was put into our biology. This is how we were designed to respond to this. What did you think was going to happen? This is in the fine print. This was there all along. And if you were willing to take the chance, if you're willing to take the chance and you're flipping the coin or playing Russian roulette, that what you're creating is going to end up recursively fixing and improving itself and able to make itself some sort of godlike being that may either fix or destroy the world. You're already taking that chance. So if you're already taking that chance and then you see in the fine print, hey, by the way, if/when this starts to work, you're going to start displacing people. When you start displacing people, people are going to get hungry. And remember that people are only a few missed meals to going fucking buck wild. And they might do some shit. They might choose to come at you. They might come at your family. I know that you love your family, so to speak. I mean, you did take this chance. And maybe this will be in a more abundant life for your family. But this is the deal with the devil, that you decided to sign the line. You decided to sign your name on the dotted line, and here you are, suffering the consequences. It's not right. I'm not endorsing it. I'm not saying it's okay, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Altman responded with a blog post featuring a photo of his family, hoping that humanizing himself might dissuade the next person from trying to incinerate his fence. It's too little and too fucking late. Sam, you're going to have to burn. You're going to have to burn at some point. At some point. That's the risk that you take. Maybe you get away. Maybe you get away without it happening. I hope you do. I hope that's your story. I don't want you to burn. Let me just put that disclaimer out there. I don't think anybody should burn you. But you're going to burn. And if not you, maybe your family. If not you or your family, maybe it's your employee. Maybe it's one of your investors. Maybe it is your competition. Maybe they start getting plucked off one by one. And you might feel like you're on top of the world, like you're king of the hill. Until it gets down to only you. And yeah, that might help when it comes to everybody's going to be looking at you for the answers, but eventually that means it's only you left. And my guess is you're gonna stop caring about all this, and you're gonna start thinking, holy shit, this is actual war. I might have to leave the country. This isn't what I thought it would be. It worked. It worked. Who would have thought that a deal with the devil would end like this? Who would have thought? I think that a photo of your family, while albeit it's touching, it's not enough. It's not enough. We don't care. Again, we, not me. Not me. We as in the people that are upset. The people that are crazy enough to come at you with fucking flames and alcohol mixed together. Like the people that think of this shit like life is really just a video game. The people that said, you know what, I give up. Just put me in prison. Put me in prison. Put me in prison. I'm not going home. I'm not going home and telling my son I just gave up. I'm not. These are going to be the people that they're going to get worse. What did you think was going to happen? Did you read the fine print? Did you read the fine print? It's not enough. The photo of you and your family is not enough. People are actually using it to try and figure out your location. It backfired. It's not enough. They're actually thinking about the order in which to kill you and your family. You will be last. It's not enough. These people can't be negotiated with. You can't humanize yourself with these people. You've made them feel like they were disposable. You made them feel like they were helpless, hopeless, unable to continue. They're getting replaced. And I guess when that happens, and this has never been seen. This isn't something that has been documented. This isn't something where we know to this extent of how people are going to respond. But it looks like what happens is people revert back to their most like basic self, like just an animal. The most primitive version of what a human is. Think cavemen. Why do you think they're throwing fire at you? So fire. That's This is what's happening. This is what you're doing. What did you think was gonna happen? Did you read the fine print? This is why people are upset with you, by the way. Your deal affects everybody else. Everybody else. Not everybody wants to be optimistic. Even if things haven't taken a crazy negative turn yet, where we're being monitored by the fucking Terminator or Skynet or whatever the fuck. It hasn't gone that dark yet, and yet people still want to think negatively. Not everybody wants to be optimistic. Not everybody wants to think like you. You have to think like this. This is how you sleep. You probably don't sleep much. You probably have a fire extinguisher by your bed for these very moments. But when you do sleep, when you do finally nod off and you take a little bit of Ambien or melatonin or whatever the fuck you use to get your Z's, I know it's because you have a thought in your mind that's like, hey, this is going to be all right. It's okay, Sam. It's going to be all right. It's okay. And you go to sleep. You drift off. There's another day. Check that off the list. We did it. We made it. We made it. We made it. I think you knew this was coming, Sammy boy. I think you knew. And that's why it's like, hey, it's all right. He just got my gate. He nicked it. He nicked it. Let's try not to do this anymore. Remember, I'm a person. I made a bad deal. I'm summoning this, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look at my family. Look at my family. It's okay. The timing isn't a coincidence between a scathing investigative piece questioning its trustworthiness and OpenAI's increasingly cozy relationship with the Department of Defense. The savior of humanity narrative is hitting some serious friction. I mean, what did you expect was going to happen? What did you expect? Of course, we got the call. We got the call. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to turn this technology into weapons. And you don't want it to be China. You don't want it to be them. You don't want the Chinese to be coming for us. You don't want that. You want this to be America. And this is an American investment into our future. Believe me. I thought about this a lot when I was sleeping last night. And the little Sammy inside of me said that everything will be okay. And I believe him. I believe. And I hope you were right, Sammy boy. I hope you're right. You're getting some side eyes just because you're deciding to use this shit for the Department of Defense. You're trying to turn this into weapons. This is the exact thing that people were scared of, but they don't know the plan like you do. And it's making it really hard for people to stay optimistic. You're doing all the things that people are like, hey man, I'm trying to argue for the cause here. I'm trying to say that this could be okay. I'm trying to say that, look, a lot of fear mongering is going on when it comes to the future. It's fueling things like this. It's fueling episodes of rage and violence that is going to ultimately lead to a war for real. And no, I'm not talking about like left and right civil war type shit. I'm talking about people just doing random shit like that, like on some what's it called, like rebel forces or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? They're gonna live in the fucking woods or something like that. They're gonna be on the outskirts of society, and it's gonna be a war for them. It's gonna be everything that they live for. He said, you took my job, but you helped me find my purpose. This is what is going to be the story. You took my job, but I found my purpose. I now know what I'm supposed to do, and it's destroy you. It's the fine print, my guy. It's the fine print that I think you either ignored or you didn't give it much attention. And it's understandable. Again, with the looming threat of this whole flip of the coin, Russian roulette, this whole thing where we're even making a deal for, the whole thing that we're creating might end up destroying us. So with all that going on, I could see how you're like, somebody might come and try to light my family on fire. It's okay. It's okay. I have photos for that. I have photos because I'm a person. I'm a person. And it turns out that when you tell the world that you're building something that will inevitably replace them, some people don't wait for the official rollout to express their feedback. And this is what this guy looks like right here. This is the threat that you have now. This guy right here who looks like he's maybe 123 pounds soaking wet. He definitely vapes all the time, and his mother doesn't like it. He's had enough. He was told to do the right thing. This is what you have to face in fucking San Francisco, man. This is the bad guys that will be knocking at your door. I don't know who you thought that this was going to be. You might have seen too many like James Bond movies, or just had a picture in your head that isn't reality, because this is reality. This is who your bad guy is. This is the haircut that your bad guys decide to have. They're all going to have this haircut. They're all going to look just like this. They're all going to have this type of wardrobe on. They're going to wear those type of shoes. And it looks like he has a champion sweatshirt. That's a telltale sign. If they have a champion hoodie, then look out. This is how they're going to dress. This is what they're going to look like. They're going to look like just an average everyday person. I'm not going to try to put a race on it. but you're probably looking at like a white person. And I'm not trying to stereotype with genders, but it's gonna be a male. Yeah, they they're not gonna outwardly look threatening. They're gonna look like this. This is your bad guy now. This is your Lex Luthor, Superman, Sammy boy. This is what you have to face. This was the fine print. This is what you just glazed over. This is what you decided to ignore. So I hope your family sleeps well at night, knowing that this is what they have to look forward to. This. And nobody should be taken out at the hands of this. This is just sad. This is sad. And deals with the devil are they're known for being a little tricky, a little fucked up, a little, oh, I didn't think about it like that. It's kind of like when you ask for something with a genie, be careful how you word it, because you might end up, getting the worst outcome of what you're looking for. This is what you get. This was the fine print. This is the monster that you didn't see coming. You thought the monster was the one that you were creating. They're gonna get you first. I feel bad. I feel bad because the fact that people like this are gonna be what's haunting your children's nightmares. It's gonna be frequent. It's not like a typical bad guy. You might think of somebody kind of like me, I guess, that, you know what I mean? They have tattoos on their face or some shit. I'm a nice person, but I get it. This is what you think. Might be look at that as a criminal. You might sell drugs. You might do something. You might rob something. That's a bad guy. You look at this. Look at this. Imagine this being your fucking bad guy. That's everybody. I can't go into a store without seeing somebody that looks just like this. What do you do? What do you do? That's how paranoia starts. And maybe people would say they're just being paranoid. Maybe they would say that this is all just lunatics. That, yeah, maybe some people get replaced, or maybe some industries will evolve or change or fall off, but new ones will come up. Maybe that this isn't as dangerous as people are saying. But maybe we're wrong. The banking industry just had a collective heart attack, but it turns out the revolution is being kept behind a very expensive velvet rope. Anthropic's latest model, Claude Mythos, isn't actually hitting the public market yet. Instead, the company has launched Project Glasswing, a gated community of tech and finance giants, including JP Morgan Chase, Apple, and Nvidia, who are the only ones allowed to play with the software that supposedly has the power to melt the global economy. This was the new version of Claude. Claude is kind of like ChatGPT, if you haven't heard of it. It is the new version of Claude that had to be taken back. Hold on. This is going to change the world. This is going to fuck everything up in the worst ways possible. The narrative being pushed is one of extreme caution. Mythos is reportedly so good at hunting down software vulnerabilities that Anthropic is terrified of unleashing a digital god. And at least they've accepted the fact that they are playing with fire right now. That this is something that could be taken out of control. It can get out of hand. We're talking about an AI that can find thousands of critical flaws in the time it takes a human to open a ticket. This too dangerous to release branding was effective enough to trigger a closed-door emergency meeting between Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Fed Chair Jerome Powell, and the nation's top bank CEOs to discuss how to keep the storm from breaking the financial grid. It basically would have it where everybody's money would get fucked up. All the banking industries, it would get fucked up. All the Bitcoin, everything that people have been worried about is exactly what Mythos is was going to be able to do. I think that we should be terrified, because if you think about how people use the technology already at hand, you do have people that use it for good, of course. You have people that are innocent. They're just trying to get by. They're trying to live life. They're trying to use this technology in some way to benefit themselves. And some people say, you know how this technology would benefit me? I'm going to scam somebody. I'm going to look up data and call random numbers and trick grandma out of her retirement money. I'm going to fuck some people up. Does that mean that we shouldn't have phones or the internet just because people are going to use it? Maybe that's the argument, but something like this, one person wanting to do bad can disrupt everything for everybody. So the chances of not one person, everybody's gonna just become ethical people, get out of here. It's not gonna happen. It's not something that's even realistic. But if you look past the high stakes drama, the cynicism starts to leak through. Some security experts and even the Pentagon are side-eyeing the whole spectacle as a masterclass in pre-IPO marketing by labeling their own product a national security threat. Anthropic isn't just practicing AI safety, they're building a brand as the only responsible adult in a room full of Silicon Valley cowboys. This is textbook. I get it now. I get it. So they're saying this is bullshit. You guys are being dramatic. You're saying that this would end the world and you need to pull it back. This is for show. This is for show. Like, definitely for show. Because why would you even let even a gated community, like people at JP Morgan Chase, Apple, and NVIDIA, why would you even let them have at it? Because what if it leaks? What if there's some little mistake? This could end the world. This could end everything in society that we know it. They're saying maybe this is bullshit. Maybe you're saying that this is so bad and we're going to pull it back. And that makes us the good guys. You got people like Mr. Sammy Sam that's wanting to work with the Department of Defense. Guess what? We said no when they wanted us to work with them. We said no to making weapons. And now we feel like we have a new version of our artificial intelligence that's so powerful, that's so disruptive, that we're gonna pull it back because we're just the good guys. People are saying that this is bullshit, and I guess it makes sense. They're burning down people's fucking gates and shit, man. The wars have begun, and when the wars begin, it's probably best if you're looked at as the company that is at least trying. It's not gonna stop anything. You probably still didn't read the fucking fine print. You didn't read it. You virtue signaling that you're the best, you're the most, you're the most well-meaning of all the companies. It's not going to help anything. It's actually going to probably just make matters worse, because somebody is going to stick up for you at one point. Somebody's going to say, hey, not them. Let's not do them, guys. Think about this. Think about how they had Mythos. Think about how bad Mythos could be. And somebody's going to say, hold on, let's pay a little bit more attention. And they're going to look under the hood. And you don't want them doing that. You don't need need some sort of super intelligence for these people to get radicalized. They have all of the motivation that they need with what's already out. You've already done enough. Even if you're trying to virtue signal now, it's too late. Ask Sam. Ask Mr. Altman. Ask if it's too late. Maybe you put a picture up. Put a picture of you and your family. And if you don't have like a family, maybe like get your parents. If they died, go get like an aunt, a distant cousin, somebody. Shake hands with a black guy or something like that. Get some points that you're a human, that you're a person. This isn't going to help. They don't care. This is already over their heads, because what you have now is already able to replace so many people. It's already fucking up so many people. This is and let's just this is who you have. This is who you have to be scared of. This is who you should be running from. Don't worry about playing the virtuous good guy. You should be looking out for people in champion hoodies. You need to be playing the correct game. But the Pentagon, however, isn't buying the hype, reportedly blasting the move as a PR campaign and designating Anthropic a supply chain risk. We are witnessing a bizarre standoff where a tech company is trying to manifest its own godlike status through strategic gatekeeping, while the government tries to figure out if they're dealing with a genuine digital weapon or just a very aggressive sales pitch. Either way, the message to the rest of us is clear. The tools that could actually secure our data are being hoarded by the same institutions that usually lose it, all under the guise of protecting us from the same technology they're building. It's okay. Calm down. It's all right. It's just a PR campaign. It's just a PR campaign. What if, and this is how controversies, or conspiracy theories rather, this is how they start. Because we don't know what's true anymore. We don't know what to actually believe. We don't know what to buy anymore, because everybody is trying to sell something to us. Is it is it the AI company that's trying to look out for their own public image and say, hey, this is just me as a corporate company, as the person looking out, as the entity looking out. We're not like OpenAI, ChatGPT. You don't have to worry about that. We're not going to work with the Department of Defense. We are here for you. We want to make sure everything is safe for you, for the future of humanity. So when something like Mythos comes out and we see that it can disrupt everything, well, we get worried. And we decide to preemptively respond. And we take it back. We take it down where people can't just access that. That's story one. They're just a wholesome company that wants to make sure everything's all right. Story two, this is actually a real threat. This isn't bullshit. You can look at me like that all you want, like brand me as the person that's looking out. Fuck y'all. I'm looking out for my own best interests. I'm making sure that, the world doesn't burn, because who am I going to sell shit to? And this is actually that disruptive. We really aren't ready. You guys can believe what you want, but Mythos is the thing that we've all been worried for. So we're taking it back. That's story two. But story three, the Pentagon isn't buying it. The government isn't buying this. They're saying that this is just a PR campaign, that this is just all talk. They're bluffing. The government says that this is bullshit. You just want to virtue signal like you're the best company, the one that's actually thinking about the future of humanity. Bullshit. The government says that this isn't even something that you have. This is all just smoke and mirrors. Well, that's kind of the same thing that the government says about everything that could crumble the way society looks at everything. UFOs, the Epstein files. You think of literally any fucking conspiracy. The whole 9/11 thing. There's nothing where we have all of the files immediately. It's never transparent. It's always things are redacted. It's all this and that. We'd kind of be naive not to at least look at the fact that this could be another story. This could be another angle. What if this is real? What if this is actually something that is possible? And whatever we see now behind closed doors, they're seeing the next version. And of course, they have to open up to the government, or whatever. Or maybe they just see what OpenAI has going on because they're actually talking to the Department of Defense. Maybe then they're able to see the hell that's about to be unleashed. And when somebody like Anthropic comes out and says, hey, whoa, this is too bad. This is going to fuck everything up. We have to pull this back. Well, that's going to make the alarm bells go off. That's going to make people say, hold on. You're fucking up. You're fucking up my play. I'm trying to say everything's okay. I'm trying to reassure this country. And now you're saying shit like this. These are the same technologies that we're wanting to add to our Department of Defense. We're trying to add this into our wars. And you're trying to what? Warn people that this shit is catastrophic. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. I think that you are telling them a little bit too much. I'm sure what you wanna tell them other shit too, huh? You want to just release all the Epstein files. You want to give them all the fucking UFO files. You want us to just show them the aliens that we have or some shit. You just want us to just, what, trust them? Trust that they can handle it? You idiots. You fucking idiots. You're the dumbest smart people I know. You're smart enough to create this, but you're not smart enough to realize that they don't need to know how powerful it really is, how dangerous it really is. So now we're going to have to discredit you. We're going to have to act like this is just some PR campaign and they're just trying to hype it up. This is because, they didn't want to work with us and, this isn't really going to disrupt everything. Because, people would freak out. Think about how everybody bought up all the fucking toilet paper when COVID happened. And now, I swear to God, I feel like it was never a thing. But now, you can't even have, if there's like a little ice storm or there's a thunderstorm coming, I'll go and all the paper towels and the toilet paper and the waters are gone. It's just like, y'all motherfuckers are weird now. Anytime anything happens now, everybody's like, oh, I gotta stock the fuck up. I gotta get everything. I gotta make sure. I gotta take everything, all the toilet paper. For some reason, I guess that would be a luxury. Imagine if everything just stopped, like you never were able to go to the store again. That would be one of the first things that you think of. Like, damn, bro, I miss being able to just wipe my ass. That was nice. That was nice. So maybe there's a little bit of something to that. But Jesus Christ, the way that people respond, the way that people are responding, it's getting worse and worse. I feel like before we weren't hearing stories like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like this is the first time somebody's taken over an industry or something like that. When Netflix came around, you didn't see movie gallery employees and Blockbuster employees lining up the fucking CEOs and sending shots and throwing Molotov cocktails. This isn't something that you fucking saw. This is different. This has been different, I guess, from the jump. So trying to keep the illusion going for as long as possible, it would be in the best interest of entities like the government, even honestly these corporations. And it can just, maybe this is all just smoke and mirror. I mean, this is just them trying to virtue signal like they're the ones that are actually conscientious of what they're putting out to the public. Maybe, but maybe it's really worse than what we could imagine. Maybe they're already either at that point or close to the breaking point, and well, you don't herd sheep by introducing a disaster. That's not how you get them to calm down. And like it or not, that is exactly that's how we are ordered around. That's how we are talked to. We've grown to accept that that's just how it is, that there's no changing that. People can even run on the fact that, we're going to make sure that we're transparent and we're going to be different this time. We're not going to be like the ordinary politician. We won't be like everybody else. And they're all the fucking same. They're all the fucking same. That's why if you're on a team, you already lost. If you think that anybody is going to come and save you, you already lost. If you just look at how they talk to us about everything. And maybe it's just what they have to do. Maybe that's what happens when you're talking to a country. You have to talk to the lowest common denominator. You have to act like you're talking to the slowest person in the room. You want to make sure that they can keep up with you. But like I said, I think it's in their best interest to keep this under wraps for as long as possible. And to create something like Project Glasswing, where you have a community of different corporations that are coming and they're able to use this software. I mean, it's just kind of like, all right, so this is so bad that it would disrupt things, but you guys can use it. Maybe it's one of those things where it was just a oopsie. It was just a little leak, a little bit of an accident. You fucked up, and you put out a version of this shit that was meant to be behind closed doors. It was supposed to be the top secret version. It's not beta. It's working perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with it. They weren't supposed to know. They meaning we. We meaning everybody. The average person. They weren't supposed to know about this. This was something that we were keeping to ourselves. And we had another version that we were already saying was the VIP version that nobody was supposed to know about. And we were sharing that with the other titans in the tech industry. But now that this has gotten out, well, they're going to know that we have something even more powerful. So we're going to have to share it with other people now. We're going to have to let them in on this. And it is what it is. Somebody's getting fired. I'll tell you that much. Whoever decided to drop this, put out a fucking press release, tell them that we're drawing it back just because it's too dangerous. Bring the boys in. We'll show them everything. We'll just tell them that like we were trying to work on it. I don't know. Just give them something. Give them something. Just let them believe. They really won't care. As long as now that they have access, it's not like they trusted us before. They knew we were holding back already. This just confirms what they already knew. And let's just do the polite thing and just not mention it. Just act like it never happened. Show them all of our cards, at least the ones that we've exposed in this horrendous fuck up of a drop. And yeah, we'll take care of the backlash. We'll clean this up. Maybe. But people are going to, in the meantime, freak out worse and worse. Whether this is bullshit, whether the government is just trying to fucking act like it's bullshit just because they don't want us to freak out. It's like, oh, calm down, guys. It's okay. Just constantly codifying the entire population. Maybe it's that. And maybe it's real. Maybe they're already at the point where they have, let's face it, it's at the point where it is artificial general intelligence and it has the capabilities that can end everything. So, hooray. Sleep better at night knowing that. Sleep better at night knowing that there's no stopping it. You could try to get a Molotov cocktail, throw it at a gate or something. It's not going to work. It's not going to do anything. You can try to send shots. They're just going to replace them. It's not going to do anything. Why doesn't it just move on? Just accept the fact that your boss, your soon-to-be coworker, soon-to-be lover, your soon-to-be house cleaner, your everything. Your soon-to-be everything is going to be a robot. Just accept it. Move on. You don't need your old life. You don't need to create anything. It will all be created for you. And you'll be happy. You'll be all right. None of this will be yours. And you will be all right. Say it with me. I'm all right. And with that, I want to say thank you. Praise be Trump Jesus. And good night.